Kisii County Public Service Board by Honorable Karen Madara.
Honorable Madara.
Thank you. Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I like to move the following motion that taking into consideration the findings and recommendations of the Committee of Labor, Manpower and Social Welfare in its report of the removal of members of the Kisii County Public Service Board, laid on the table of the House today, 25th February 2023, and pursuant to Article 251(1) of the Constitution as read together with Section 58(5) of the County Government Act 2012, this House resolves that the following persons be removed from office of Kisii County Public Service Board, namely Nancy Nyang'ani Nyamwange, Chairperson; Jacob Bogonko Ondiva, Vice Chair; Patrick Mogusu Momanyi, Member; John Machuka Ndege, Member; Judy Omare Nyakeranyo, Member. Honorable Speaker, having read carefully through what was tabled in the House this morning, on the recommendations of the Committee on Labor, Manpower and Social Welfare, it clearly demonstrates that the board violated Article 51 of the Constitution, is may be removed from office on serious violations of this Constitution on any law, including a contravention of Chapter 6. Chapter 6 talks about integrity. Honorable Speaker, among the many recommendations or anomalies that the Service Board was engaging in was illegal promotion. Honorable Speaker, it is not prudent for a given person to move from one job group and bypasses about 2 job groups to get to another. That is irregular. Number 2, age retirement. Honorable Speaker, it was given as evidence that there are people who have attained the age of retirement, Honorable Speaker, and still were retained in the service. Given the information that we have people who don't have jobs, somebody has done a job at the age of 60 and still is retained by the service board. That is gross misconduct. 3, and I said I'm going to just to cite a few, recruitment without advertisement. Honorable Speaker, all of us know that there are laws that govern any employment. And when you go ahead and recruit without advertisement, then that demonstrates lack of integrity, lack of standard of professionalism and ethicism in the public service. Honorable Speaker, as enshrined in Article 232 of the Constitution of Kenya 2010. Honorable Speaker, I want to make my humble submission that given the few misconducts of the Public Service Board, I therefore recommend that these people must be removed from office so that we can have people who can take personal responsibility when they are given such a critical position to demonstrate that they are equal to the task. I therefore want to rest my case, Honorable Speaker, and ask the Honorable Majority Leader to second so.
Thank you, Speaker. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. As I raise to second, Mr. Speaker, as you've heard Honorable Karen and the members of the Labour Committee through their report, Mr. Speaker, you will find in this report that the board violated very many issues. Like, Mr. Speaker, they employ people above 60 years who do not have rare skills, Mr. Speaker. You will find they are telling us that, Mr. Speaker, rare skills, a person manning Nyangweta Forest, for instance, Mr. Speaker, that manning a forest is a rare skill, Mr. Speaker. A person sweeping a market, they are saying it's a rare, Speaker. And we have youths, Mr. Speaker, who need employment, Mr. Speaker. For instance, if today, Mr. Speaker, you announced that people sweeping in the Raja Market are needed, you will see thousands of youths who do not have jobs. But Mr. Speaker, these people go ahead and employ people who have retired, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, when I looked at the report, when you see the chair lady, the one Nancy Nyamwangi, Mr. Speaker, she's been serving this board for 2.5 years, and she accepted a contract, Mr. Speaker, a new contract of 6 years again, meaning she will serve for 8.5 years if she serves till the end of the tenure, Mr. Speaker. And the Constitution and our County Act say that you should only serve 6 years non-renewable. So that is not being transparent and honest to the people of Kisii County. And Mr. Speaker, you will find that when you look at the report carefully, they have, Mr. Speaker, given people job groups. One jumps like 3 job groups in 6 months, Mr. Speaker. And the other employees, since they were employed, Mr. Speaker, they have never been promoted, Mr. Speaker, which is unfair. Lastly, Mr. Speaker, they employ without recruit, they recruit without advertisement, Mr. Speaker. And if you advertise, this information will reach more Kenyans, and especially the people of Kisii County. So, Mr. Speaker, they used shortcut, and I know they have employed only about their relatives, most of them, which is okay for relatives to be employed. But, Mr. Speaker, at least they should have people and the residents and the Kenyans, Mr. Speaker, to also see so that they can benefit from such employment. So, Mr. Speaker, I stand to second these people from office instantly, Mr. Speaker. I stand to second.
All members, I now propose a question, which is that taking into consideration of the findings and recommendations of the Committee of Labor, Manpower and Social Welfare, raised on the table of the House today, 25th April 2023, and one of the Constitution, and as laid together with Section 58, Subsection 5 of the Government Act 2012, this House resolves that the following persons be removed from office of Kisii County Public Service Board, namely Nancy Nyamwangi, Chairperson, Jackson Bowonko Odiba, Vice Chair, Patrick Mogusu Momanyi, Member, Choni Machuka Ndege, Member, and last Tuti Omani, Member.
It is your turn, members, to contribute. Honorable.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Speaker, for the chance that you've given me. The Kisii County Public Service Board, as my colleagues already have said, the board did commit a lot of violations in terms of recruitment, at the same time in terms of promotion. You can easily find they were telling us, among one of the members of the committee, they were telling us that they were retaining someone who is above 60 years simply because they were having special skills. A casual worker, what kind of special skills someone requires to do the cleaning part, to do some of the manual work. So they did a lot of violation in terms of retaining someone who is above 60 years, 65 years, even 70 years. At the same time, in terms of promotion, they did not follow the right process. They did not follow the right procedure. They were just bypassing the job groups. Maybe you belong to one job group, then you jump like either and 3. At the same time, in terms of recruitment, they were doing recruitment without advertising. So here, to support this particular motion, we are wasting a lot of time. It's a high time for us to keep these people out. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, for this momentous moment you've given us an opportunity to also contribute to this important motion. I am glad we have gotten where we are. A few days before the March 8 public petition, I did submit before this House a request to the Labour Committee to avail in this House annual reports from the County Public Service Board as required of them in the County Government Act, Section 58 and 59. I just want to stand here and say that this House has not been furnished by those reports. So for me, I confirm that that is a violation of one of the laws that body was supposed to do, and that request was placed before this House way before the public individual did submit that request to this House. So you can see that these kind of anomalies have been there, have existed even before the public did make their mention and brought their petition before this House. So it is important that we then, owners and people who occupy these public offices, then strictly follow the law as it is required. And if this House is presented with an opportunity to check if the law was followed or not, we definitely have to check, was the law followed? And if it was followed, then we need to stick with the law and say that this was not done, and therefore I support the petition.
Mr. Speaker, thank you for the opportunity. Mr. Speaker, I want to start by reading Article 251, Mr. Speaker, which has been mentioned. Mr. Speaker, it says, Article 251(1) says, a member of a commission other than an ex-officio member or the owner of an independent office may be removed from office only for serious violation of this Constitution or any other law, including contravention of Chapter 6, B, gross misconduct, whether in the performance of the member or of his own his functions, or otherwise physical or mental incapacity to perform the functions of the office, or incompetency and the bankruptcy, Mr. Speaker. I don't have to read it to number 2, Mr. Speaker, but it says any member, Mr. Speaker, of an independent office like the County Public Service Board is an independent office, can only be removed from office with the provisions which is in the Constitution, Mr. Speaker. And one of them is violation of this Constitution or any other written law, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, if I go to the report, Mr. Speaker, and on page 24, Mr. Speaker, I want to read some sections of page 24. Mr. Speaker, where they say, whereas the respondents advertised for 47 posts, Mr. Speaker, they are saying about irregular and illegal recruitment of staff, Mr. Speaker. And they are saying, whereas the respondents, who are the 5 members, Mr. Speaker, who you have read, advertised for 47 posts for earlier childhood development teachers, that is ECD teachers, they did the contrary by recruited a total of 59, maybe there is a typo error, and they recruited a total of 59 teachers as evidence in the forward letter of 50 July 2022, thereby recruiting an extra 12 teachers whose positions were not advertised, Mr. Speaker. And before I go to the County Government Act, Mr. Speaker, even down in the youth polytechnic instructors, Mr. Speaker, it is said the advert of 10 December 2021, the posts of youth polytechnic instructors, job group G, H, and J are 42 in number, while upon the recruitment as per the letter of 50 July 2022, the respondents recruited 50. A total in number, thereby recruiting an extra 8 instructors whose positions were not advertised, Mr. Speaker. there are allegations which have been found through by a letter of appointment, Mr. Speaker, is that they recruited 12 more for ECD teachers, and Mr. Speaker, they recruited more of instructors, 8 more, without advertisement, Mr. Speaker. The County Government Act, Mr. Speaker, Section 66 of the County Government Act, Mr. Speaker, says if a public office is to be filled, any public office, that means the ECD teachers, Mr. Speaker, the instructors, those are public offices, Mr. Speaker, because they earn from the taxes we pay. The County Public Service Board shall invite applications through advertisement.
Honorable 2 minutes more.
Through advertisement and other modes of communication so as to reach as wide a population of potential applicants as possible, and especially persons who for any reason are being or may be disadvantaged, Mr. Speaker. In this report, there is nowhere they have given evidence, Mr. Speaker, that the 12 ECD teachers they employed, it is not shown anywhere where they advertised, Mr. Speaker. And for the other 8 positions, all instructors, Mr. Speaker, it is not shown anywhere. They have not given evidence in their response, Mr. Speaker, whether it was advertised anywhere, Mr. Speaker. And the Constitution, Mr. Speaker, it does not say about violating so many laws, Mr. Speaker. It says about violating the Constitution, even if it is one article, Mr. Speaker. Therefore, Mr. Speaker, we find that they have violated the Constitution, Mr. Speaker, by employing 20 people extra without advertisement, Mr. Speaker. And therefore, as a House, Mr. Speaker, which as they have recommended, Mr. Speaker, and because they have violated the Constitution, Mr. Speaker, and as it has been recommended, Mr. Speaker, let them be removed, Mr. Speaker, for violating the Constitution. Because it is written, Mr. Speaker, here in the Constitution, and once they violate one, Mr. Speaker, they will be removed. And therefore, Mr. Speaker, without going so mad, Mr. Speaker, let these people be removed immediately, Mr. Speaker, from the County Public Service Board. Thank you.
Honorable Mosset.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I also rise to support the motion before the House that the Kisii County Board is sent backing as soon as yesterday for simple reasons. Number one, Mr. Speaker, we know that we have a Constitution of Kenya 2010 that is a supreme document that needs to be respected and honored and never be violated. Anybody found violating this document has got no business to do with the public service other than being sent home. Mr. Speaker, it is sad to learn that corruption was dominant in that you find it is clear that once you have attained the age of 60, you must go home, you retire, you create room for the youths. So many youths are out there looking for jobs. So if they cannot get jobs because somebody else has what people are calling as special skills, engage in those offices, Mr. Speaker, that is not legitimate. Mr. Speaker, people earn promotions depending on merit. It is not about you know anybody. If it is about knowing people before you can get a promotion, Mr. Speaker, that's not integrity. In my humble submission, Mr. Speaker, to contain this mess that our youths are out there jobless, without a job because all people are engaging the offices, the board must do. Mr. Speaker, to tell the corrupt practices that you must know somebody in order to get a promotion, the board must do. Mr. Speaker, to bring sanity to this Kisii County in terms of leadership and integrity, the board must do. I want to say, Mr. Speaker, thank you for this and bye-bye to the board. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Mosimbogai.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for the chance. I rise to support the motion that the board needs to go home. And these are my reasons. First, as my colleague Honorable I see from my perspective One, when you look at section 10 of the Constitution, subsection 2, C and D, it insists on good governance and sustainable development. And then you look at Article 232.
Honorable Mokai, I don't know who you are referring to. In this house, I don't have one.
Name escaped me. Sorry for that. Name escaped me. Sorry for that. And I was referring to Ondari because he mentioned Article 251 of the Constitution, where it's citing reasons for removal from office of the members of the County Assembly. And there they state two reasons. First, on violations of the Constitution, and then number two, which is number D in the article, on incompetence of the members. And then I wanted to give perspective on the violations, and I wanted to insist on about 3 violations of the Constitution that I feel that the members of the Public Service Board violated. One, on Article 10 of the Constitution, looking at section 2C and D, it insists on good governance and sustainable development. And also looking at Article 232 of the Constitution, subsection A, they insist on members holding high standards of professional ethics. And then subsection B, they also highlight on the need for the members to hold efficient, effective, and economic use of resources. Lastly, on Article 72 of the Constitution, subsection 2A, they insist on members holding the principles of leadership and integrity. And lastly, on subsection B, they insist on objectivity and impartiality in decision making. According to me, Mr. Speaker, this Public Service Board, on several decisions that they have made, I feel that they have violated these principles of the Constitution, especially if I may quote examples on employment. To me, I see a lot of irregular employment made by this board, employment and promotions. For example, when you get a story that they employed people during the campaign times, and people were promoted during the campaign times, I feel that is irregular. Number two, you find that the Public Finance and Management Act insists that our counties...
2 minutes.
Thank you. Our counties need to hold 35% as the threshold of the wage bill that our county needs to hold. But you find that these people were employing people in July during campaign times, and when you look at our wage bill as Kisii County, we almost at 60%. So to me, that is really violation. Lastly, I'm looking at the independence of this board, and I find it not to be independent because, Mr. Speaker, when you're looking at the way they were recruiting, you find no basis of independence. So I stand to support the motion that this board needs to go home as early as now. Thank you.
Last Honorable Nyanya before majority you speak.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for giving me this opportunity. Even me, I support the board as a board. Thank you.
Mr. Speaker.
Yes, majority.
Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, honestly, looking at trying to give us votes to vote, we go home.
Order. Yes, Honorable Taj. Point of inquiry.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I've listened to what my colleagues have debated here. I actually sit in the Labour Committee, and I can tell you that serious violation of the law was done, because even if you look at the County Government Act, Section 59(5)(1) says that the board should submit reports to the Assembly on every December. So you realize December people still don't respect this House, and that is not in order. Now, Mr. Speaker, I wanted to know, because every member said we finish this thing and vote, I want want to know the most that unless otherwise shall be decided by the majority of the members in the county assembly, present and voting. And then, if you look at the standing order number 6, which directs on the voting of the speaker, it says that voting should be done on secret ballot. And therefore, urge you, Mr. Speaker, to take us to voting and be on secret ballot. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Point of information.
Honorable members,
Point of information, Mr. Speaker.
honorable members, given the fact that we have a motion and every member will participate at the end of the day, because at the end of the day, you have your vote. At the end of the day, you will make your personal decision on the removal of the vote. There is no need of wasting time. Honourable members, I now put the question which is that taking into consideration of the findings of the order, celestial order, speaker speaking order. Honourable members, I now put the question which is that taking into consideration of the findings and recommendation of the Committee of Labour, Manpower and Social Welfare in the report on the removal of members of the Kisii County Public Service Board, read on the death of the House today, 25 April 2023, and pursuant to Article 251, subsection 1 of the Constitution, as read together with Section 58, subsection 5 of the County Government Act 2012, this House resolved that the following persons be removed from office of the Kisii County Public Service Board, namely Nancy Nyang'ani, Nyamwange Chairperson, Jackson Bugomfo Vice Chair, Patrick Mogusu Momanyi Member, John Machuka Ndere Member, Chuch Omale Nakrali Member. Honourable members, standing order number 68, subsection 2 states that speakers are directed a division to be taken in every instance where the position lay down a fixed number, a fixed majority is necessary to decide any question. Honourable members, section 58, subsection 5 of the County Government Act 2020 states that members of the County Public Service Board may only, I repeat, be removed from office, A, on the ground set out for removal of members of a constitutional commission under Article 251, subsection 1 of the Constitution, and by a vote of not less than 75% of all members of the County Assembly. Honourable members, that's why I told you that every member is going to participate in this exercise as per given in our Constitution. Therefore, honourable members, without much ado, the decision of the County Assembly in this motion shall be determined by a vote as stated in section 58, subsection 5 of the County Government Act. Because, honourable members, Article 191 of the Constitution states that this article applies to where there is conflict between the national and the county legislation in respect of matters falling within the local jurisdiction of both levels. And in that case, the national legislation prevails over the county legislation. And that's where now we are applying. That's why we are applying section 58, of the County Government Act, which requires that we must remove the service board with not less than 75%. And now, members, that's why I said that everybody has his democratic right to participate in this. Honourable members, I now, because of time, I now direct the clerk to call out the names of members in alphabetical order and begin the voting process pursuant to standing order number 69, so that every member will participate in this. And honourable members, I think there is one member who raised the issue of the voting method. Yes, Honourable Odaj.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I was guided by standing order number 6, which directs on the voting of the Speaker. I'm requesting that it should apply the voting on this exercise. So it should be secret ballot.
Yes, Honourable Damaris.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. I, Damaris Nyanchoka, Special Elect Kisii County Assembly, I propose that we do secret balloting.
Honourable Lisa.
Mr. Speaker, I also second Honorable Tamaris that we do it in secret ballot. Thank you.
Honourable members, I now propose a question which is that the mode of voting on the question of the removal of the members of the Kisii County Public Service Board be by the way of secret ballot. Honourable members, if there is any comment on the same, Honourable Mukaya.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for the chance. I'm proposing, since we will do the right thing, and everybody is raising his democratic right, we just do it not by secret ballot, so that we can do it just here and where we will go.
I think because this is a majority decision, honourable members, I now put a question which is that the mode of voting on the question of the removal of the members of the Kisii County Public Service Board be by the way of secret ballot. As men are of the same opinion, say aye. Aye. As men are of the contrary opinion, say nay. Nay. Yeah, I happy. Honourable members, order. Order, members. Members, I now direct the clerk to call out the names of the members in alphabetical order and begin the voting process, and order the clerk to bring the voting materials and the sergeant at arms to lock the door until we finish the exercise. Thank you.
Are you communicating with the Speaker?
Honorable members, those who are outside come in. Honorable members, yes. Honorable members, I want to give you a small direction. The issue at hand, where every member is going to participate, if you speak is over. I only want to inform you that the part of the paper, it has 3 sections. Yes, no, or you abstain. So, honorable members, kindly let us study the process without much ado. Honorable members, it has come to my attention that we have 3 honorable members who are not here. We have 3 honorable members who... Order. We have our 3 honorable members who are not here, and very clearly our standing orders, they allow those members to vote wherever they are. We have Honorable Baraka, Honorable Chimi, Kenyanya, and Honorable Asante. They are not here with us, but as the speaker, they call me and they want to, and no badge. So, honorable members, I think, honorable members, I can see you are all being the standing order. Kindly. Okay, leave one.
Point of order, Speaker. The order I want to leave is 72 standing order and 72 and number 4, Mr. Speaker. Because there is a lot of consultations, Mr. Speaker. And the orders are very clear, Mr. Speaker, that the jury division members shall maintain order in the county assembly. There is a lot of consultations, Mr. Speaker, very loud.
Thank you.
Mr. Speaker, that's what I'm asking.
And that is very good for us.
In order.
Thank you. I think we can proceed. Now, Sergeant Batam, you can also ask the box. I think there's no nothing. And by any instance, because of our age, if we want to go out, it is through the permission of the speaker. Now the clerk, you can call the members in alphabetical order. You can call the members in alphabetical order as given in our standing orders so that they can do their democratic rights.
Achira Ronald Fungara.
This is as per our standing orders. Standing orders 694. You can read it on level Google.
Sunday Ongoro.
Honorable Sunday is not there. He's absent. I think at the right time we will be told what to will vote for him.
Arika Stephens. Ayema Paul Okomo.
Baraka Jacob Barongo. I think he's not there. Give correction later.
Batsheva Sanaya. Brenda Gurubo Kengere.
Members, as you continue voting, you want the vote to go, you tick yes. You want them to remain, you tick no.
Clear Obino. Damaris Nyanchoka. Evelyn Ramogile. Ritmo Ibrahim Aliyu.
Honorable members, using standing order number 1, I have the city member, Honorable Monyenye, I will allow you to vote and go.
Yoge Wilfred Monyenye. Gaudens Mora Omariba. Gaudensia Sigara Nyangana.
Also, one of the members, Honorable Samuel, that is sick, I also allow him to vote and vote close to talk. Honorable Samuel.
Isabella Nyaboke Oigara. Getanana Kita Moini. Gesongori Cliff Socha. Vijana Otashita. Gitaya Mosbori Prada.
Honorable Bagaka from Kisii, Dubai, I request Honorable Ibrahim to come and lead for him. Ibrahim Bagaka. Oh, one of the members?
I think it is the clerk who will speak. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for being guided. You know sometimes it's because of making a mistake. Thank you.
Grace Prosperi Ngwai.
Before you put the one for Baraka, I want one member to witness. It is important. Honorable Bari confirm what he has done, because we want to be a fair house. Let the Honorable Bari to confirm. The message here, Honorable Bari. It is here. Yes, you are supposed to state. You are supposed to state.
Honorable Magaka Jacobo has voted yes.
Thank you, Clerk. Proceed.
Halima Hussein Kahia. Helen Nyamoita. Karen Nyamoita Magara.
Second out.
Kenyanya G.
I think we will get this information.
Gerare Anthony Okundi. Kimori Masiaka Jared Biafo. Lilian Nekerario Omondi.
Yes, allow Helen to go.
Lilian Anyango Koa. Machuki Ibrahim Morana. Mainama John Sam.
Honourable members, I have received the report from Honourable Asante. I will give the clerk and Honourable Vale will witness.
Mayura Baus.
Yes, glad you can announce for Honourable Asante.
Honorable Asante has voted yes.
Thank you.
Maisiba John Umbati. Makori Samuel Mauti. Makwai Beatrice Kulubu. Malak Mainya Matara.
All the members, I have received the voting from Honourable Jimmy Kenyanya, and now I'd like the clerk to vote for him and Honourable Male to confirm. Let my ruler to confirm. My ruler, you can confirm. Everybody can confirm. Yes? Thank you. Honorable Jimmy Kenyanya has voted yes. Mariam Musa Ege. Mose Celestine Bonarelli. Nyambane Felix Umbati. Nyamaya Shemwa Mogasa. Nyarama Duke Samuel. Nyaruto Edna Wamboka.
Obare Thomas Navarro. Ochwani Ombachi Dennis.
Honourable members, I have a vote from Honourable Ombachi. The flag will read it and it will be witnessed by Anthony Kelage. No, we are wanting to witness that.
Our minority leader has
Voted yes.
Yes, clerk.
Honorable Ombachi votes yes. Ogogo Timothy Atene. Oterio Peter Mukua. Omwamba Nicodemus Muli. Komando Buddha Ombasa. Ondari James Mogoa Omara. Ondari Amos Begi. Onkoba Naka Nyadari. Gonzaga Christopher Ogoti. Onyangole Abuba Vincent. Orina Nicholas Nyona. Oyari Joseph Oroko. Brabola Otoyo. Rayori Manani Richmond. Ruth Lorechanga. Saisi Nyagano Mchunga. Teresa Dismas Onsombi. Wanis Moral Nyambane. Walter Obare Machacha.
Honorable members, order. Honorable Dutch, order. Honorable members, from our records, every member present has collected the ballot paper and voted. However, I still avail the opportunity for any member present who has not been called or who has not come down to collect the ballot paper and the vote. Any member? One of members? We want to start now the process of counting, and I request from every side, the one who want the vote to remain, to nominate one person as an agent, and the one who wants the vote to go, whichever the case. Oh, Honorable Obare, you are from which side? Yes, from the vote Obare. Order. Is it Richmond or Richmond? This election should be Richmond, you know. So, to make it very clear, Honorable Richmond is for yes, the vote to go. Honorable Bal is for no, the vote to remain. So, honorable members, I now press the blood plus the agents to start abstain. So, kindly the blood, you can know how to sort out with now the agents. Blood, you can oversee that. Honorable members, let me get seated and wait the agents and the clerk get seated. The clerk and the agents to finish their work. Then they will give the report to the speaker. Members hold and be silent, please. Clerks and the agents sort first, then you start counting. Majority are not the clerk, because they get seated. Okay, then you go ahead. Sort them on the count. Sort them count and you meet their shall.
Yes. 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 Yes.
Yes. Yes. Yes. Yes. Yes. Yes. Yes. Yes. Yes. Yes. Yes. No. Yes. No. Yes. 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 Yes.
Order, order, order. Order.
So yes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69.
Order. Proceed.
The votes for no are 1, 2.
Members, as I am waiting the official stand, order please. Honourable members, now I have the official votes which I will announce to the honourable members and to the entire media. The vote for aye are 97.2%, which is 69 out of 71. The votes for nay is 2.8%, which are 2 votes. Therefore, the aye have it. Honourable members, Section 58, Subsection 5, P of the Employment Act 2012 states that members of the County Public Service Board may only be removed from office by a vote of not less than 75% of all the members of the County Assembly. The votes of the ayes were 97.2%. This has therefore made that the threshold of 75%. Therefore, the members of the Kisii County Public Service Board stands removed from office of this year. Honourable members, before I give the next order, this is not for the media, because obviously we are finished. Now we are in-house. Now we can open the doors. Before I go to the next order, the board for CIC, they are here. I requested immediately finished. You just get seated, they just come for 10 minutes, and you will ask the question you wanted. Yes. Next order. Yes, Honorable Magala. Order. Yes.
Honorable Speaker.
Yes.
Honorable Speaker, is procedural.
Yes.
That when you are removed of the motion, when the motion is completed, you need the right to reply.
That's why you honor. Thank you.
Speaker. I want first of all to thank the Committee on Labor, Manpower and Social Welfare for the work well done. Number two, Honorable Speaker, it is my prayer that when you are given a responsibility, particularly this office of the Commission, which has its own independence, you are able to carry yourself with dignity, decorum, and respect the rule of law. It is therefore imperative, Honorable Speaker, that even we start the process of recruiting the honorable members who are going to serve in the Commission, that leadership and integrity should be top in the agenda. And it is only my humble submission that now that we have a lady who was a chair, that the people who are going to handle this process preferably could also give us a woman as the chair.
The House stand adjourned until Tuesday 12:50, April 23 at 2:30 p.m.